position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Started.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Going right to work up top. The screen, he's got wheels. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This guy's always a big part of the game plan, and they get him involved right off the bat.
I mean, it's pretty simple. Your best players should touch the football the most. First play out the gates. I know I got a big-time advantage, big-time wide receiver. Get him the football, make the gain. I expect we'll see a lot more of that throughout this football game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Right on the money. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
Gets the back moving. They want to run this quarterback. Breaks into the open. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Tigers have it with a first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Finds the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
And the Buckeyes heading quickly to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Really nice third down sub-defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Now the lead is down to 11. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
He's got it. Smithers into space. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Touchdown, LSU! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Cox. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Turning it on. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. The screen, he can go. Hard running there. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Defense in press coverage. On third and short, the power run here. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football in the perimeter.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's third and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The short pass will come up just a tad short of the goal line.
Well, the offense just trying to outflank the defense with a little push pass to a speedy wide receiver and see if they can get him on the perimeter, but just too much speed and awareness on the defensive side of the ball. Now sets up 4th down.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Finds a crease at the 20. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Caught near the sticks. It's in goal. At the 35 is loose. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. And he pumps it up inside the 20. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cox. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And they didn't start this 1st half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game too, as complete a win as they've had for some time. All that speculation all week and
got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Figueroa. There he goes. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And they're able to make the tackle. And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to crawl on it.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Quarterback may change this route. On the direct snap, it's in goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's in goal. Finding open areas. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Huge play. It's so nice nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Just keep slinging it. Right on target this time. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Need. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6. He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
LSU 42, Ohio State 17.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying play action. Gets rid of it. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And he'll be brought down.
That keeps the score. LSU 42, Ohio State 23.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Bringing the heat. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. LSU right back to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Caught over the middle, it's Smith. He's loose down the left side. The 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown LSU. And the punishment has been extended.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. The sure hands, it's Figueroa. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you can tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here.
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks quarterbacks get like that, no matter what they do, they're on fire, they're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Set to pass on the football.
And he passes on the touchback. Here it comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Ready? Easy.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Figueroa. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. He'll take it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. Under fire. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to the back. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Give him 6.
this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Memphis went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Tigers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. DB's right up on the receivers. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Wants to throw it. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen instead. Nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Oh, he's got some space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. Started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Figueroa. Powers through. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. From the gun. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the back. Looks as if he's going to run it. Runs through the tackle. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation.